we have the Hand of Thrawn duology, we have the Thrawn trilogy, which I skipped over right there, and that's where we first learned about him 28 years ago. And this is Timothy Zahn's creation. And he was ruthless, conniving, brilliant, a Chiss leader, and amazingly a Grand Admiral in the Imperial Navy despite their intense hatred of aliens. So you knew there was something about him that Sidious really appreciated. And he uses the culture's art to determine how best to attack and defeat them. And that made him so successful and concise when it came to his battles.
And one thing to kind of remember, like when the Thrawn trilogy came out, this was episode 7, 8, 9.
Yes,
I think everybody
this was the first thing outside.
These were the next 3 movies, and
yes.
everything, because they came out first, and they had the main characters, and just they had the same pacing as the original trilogy. So for 20-some years, these were our next 3 movies.
Yeah, and what's cool is we had a couple books that did come out, but it covered the time period between 4, 5, and 6. So they weren't considered extended universe. This was the first thing that gave us that, what is now Legends, the extended universe. He came back in the Hand of Thrawn duology. He appeared in Dark Forces, Soldiers for the Empire, as a captain. We see him in Survivor's Quest and Outbound Flight as a Chiss commander. And that's where he actually uses his name a lot, Myth Ronarundu. So Thrawn, I prefer Thrawn. And then the final book that came out in Legends, he's in Choices of One. So if you haven't read those, go back and look for Thrawn, because it gives good insight into his character.
Yeah, Choices of One, I think, is a good one. I think the Thrawn duology, I think, is just underrated in general.
Oh,
it's
yes.
just a really good 2 books. But Outbound Flight is probably my favorite
Yes.
Thrawn. That is when Thrawn's at his most Thrawn. I mean, and it takes place after episode 2.
Yeah.
And so there's Darth Sidious, there's Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan are in it for a moment. So it's weird to have this other story that ties into the prequels, and that's Thrawn's original origin story before we got the new Thrawn book. No, it's Tim's
It's all Tim's on.
Outbound Flight. Yeah,
Yes.
George Seagoff is in it.
Yes.
It's his backstory too, or a little bit of that.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're spot on. And Jars, we find out he's the clone in the trilogy. So no, that's a really, like, Thrawn, once again, he's at the heated top peak of his game.
We'll get more into this when we hit the canon, but the cool thing is, because Timothy worked it this way, when we see Thrawn in the canon, it's in the Clone Wars. And so Outbound Flight's Chiss story can still be true, because we haven't covered that time period in everything that's in canon right now. So that can still be how he was in glory as the Chiss commander, because he was when he came in and they met him in the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
So it's right before it.
Yeah.
It's right before it. It's how it, when you read the first Thrawn of the canon, and like I said, we'll talk about more when we get to canon, but it refers to he knew Anakin during the Clone Wars. And that's right before Outbound Flight.
And the cool thing, and this isn't a spoiler or anything, but Thrawn in a small Chiss frigate takes on 3 droid command ships and smokes them. Nice. And just how he does that, and it's awesome.
It's amazing. So he's also, and a lot of people don't know about these stories, but there's several short stories by Timothy Zahn, Missed Encounter, Command Decision, and Side Trip, which was written with Michael Stackpole, and he's here at the con this weekend. Yes, Michael Stackpole.
He's always here.
He's always here, because he teaches at ASU. So if you want to learn how to write a novel, he's always here. And then Zahn also wrote a novella called Crisis of Faith. So he's in those. So if you haven't looked those up, if you email me, I'll send you the list, and you can find it pretty much on the internet. He also is in X-Wing Rogue Squadron number 25, The Making of Baron Fel. So he's there. And then how many of you have ever played Star Wars TIE Fighter on the PC? He's in the Tour of Duty 3 expansion. And he's in the Defenders of the Empire and the Enemies of the Empire expansion packs. So now you have good reason to dig those out on Steam and go play them.
The original special edition of TIE Fighter, your commander after the first intro missions is Thrawn.
Yeah, so you now have an excuse to take out a Steam subscription and get
It's
those
on
games.
Steam for good old games, it's like $10. The one thing is you have to have a joystick, because I literally just bought it again like a month and a half ago, because my son wanted to play it. I was like, heck yeah. $10 for the game, $40 for the joystick? That's fine.
Sure, why not?
Try to make it work on a new controller.
We're also going to discuss some of our favorites from the Legends, and for me it's the Heir to the Empire Anniversary Edition, just because of all the insights from Timothy Zahn that he puts in the margins. So I really appreciated that. This, by the way, is some of the card games that he's also in the Legends.
The magic one, just Empire of War has a massive Thrawn on.
Yes.
Anyone wants to play that.
Yes. So Chris, your favorites, or TJ, your favorites?
The first, the original,
So Heir to the Empire.
yeah, the Heir to the Empire, that whole
Thrawn trilogy.
series was my introduction to Thrawn, and I've been a fan ever since. He's just amazing.
So TJ, what's your favorite?
My favorite's Outbound Flight.
Outbound.
Absolutely, but if it has Thrawn in it, I like it. That's pretty much guaranteed. Like, he's my guy. That's why when you reached out, you're like, rumor is you like Thrawn. I was just scooch.
Yes. No, when I found out Dustin couldn't do it, I was like, okay, who likes Thrawn? And everybody said TJ. You gotta talk to TJ. Well, there's 3 TJs in the clubs. So then I had to narrow it down to which one. So it worked out good. Okay, so we all love Grand Admiral Thrawn, right? Yes, consensus of hands? Yes, from the Legends. Okay, so let's kind of explore the new canon. Season 3 gave us Thrawn back. Gave us Rook, who's an Ogre, who serves Thrawn. That's not what he is in Legends. The cool thing about Thrawn of the Rebels is they contacted Timothy Zahn, and he's like, oh, you want me to write a book? And they're like, no, we want you to help with the character for Rebels, but we're bringing Thrawn back. So he had input on the animation, on the actor who portrayed his voice, and part on the storyline that Thrawn had in seasons 3 and 4. So from that, we got our first book, Star Wars-Thrawn. Timothy Zahn immediately pushed, saying, hey, I've already done a duology, I've already done a trilogy, we need to do a quadrilogy. So we've got 3 of those, and he's still pitching for a 4th book to come out. But what isn't known, Treason is coming out in October, November.
Good, I haven't missed that one.
So you haven't missed it. Treason is the 3rd one. That is the official cover, and that's the trial. Well, right now it is, but he's pitching for that 4th book. The other thing is he has put 3 hooks in Thrawn for 3 separate stories that would be Thrawn related. And he's working with Disney to see if they'll let him write one of those. So my guess is we're going to be seeing more of Timothy Zahn and more of his Thrawn character. The other thing that he got to do when he did Thrawn is he said, can I do his backstory, but stay away from Outbound Flight? So these give you how he became a Grand Admiral. This is basically the story of Thrawn becoming a Grand Admiral. Why did they allow an alien to go that far in the Imperial Navy? So that's a cool thing about that. The graphic novel gives you some more insight into Thrawn. It's an adaptation of the novel, but we can expect to see 3 more of those coming out, 1 for each book. And then we have season 3 and season 4 of Rebels. So how many of you have seen season 3 and season 4 of Rebels? Okay, well, if you haven't, you need to go watch them.
Only halfway, I've only seen 3.
Yeah,
But
and
I know how 4 ends. I know
and
how
for those of you
4
who haven't seen 4, there's going to be spoiler alerts.
Yeah.
So-
I haven't seen 4 yet either.
I knew there was a big ending for Thrawn in 4, and so I literally watched it last night.
Yeah.
So I just jumped right to the end. I was like, I just want to watch last night.
Well, basically, season 4 gives us Thrawn in his full glory, so let me just put that out there. Also, Timothy's books, Thrawn, give you a lot of the backstory, like the Battle of Bataan that he refers to. And we kind of agreed between of us. There's someone out there that just did a huge clip, and I shortened the clip because we don't have time here, but rather than talk about his Rebels season appearances, we are going to give you 20 minutes worth of Thrawn. So here you go, and then we'll talk about it.
And I would like to keep it that way. Admiral
So
Constant.
think of this as the highlights of
Grand
Thrawn.
Admiral Thrawn.
The Admiral?
The Emperor recently promoted.
And the voice acting of Thrawn is spot on.
Oh, yeah.
Separately, they may seem unrelated. But Onaga's soulmate was a laborer at our Starfighter reclamation plant in the Yarn system, one jump point away from the Sarida attack.
Grand Admiral Thrawn believes the rebels intend to raid the plant and steal fighters for their fleet.
Every ship they add to their arsenal increases.
And the first Thrawn book gives the relationship between the two of them, because they've got a much deeper
have a
backstory.
solution. I will start my operations here and pull the rebels apart piece by piece. They'll be the architects of their own destruction.
Thank you.
Update me on your progress, Governor.
The situation is proceeding much as you anticipated. The rebel fleet, composed of 3 star cruisers, have come to the rescue.
That is not the rebel fleet. Break off your attack and allow them to escape with their meager reward.
Stand guard. No one in or out. Well, I have increased security per your orders, Grand Admiral, but I don't understand why. The rebel activity is far from here.
It's closer than you think, Captain.
You are not permitted on these floors. I have told you people, restrict your movements to the kitchen.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
Just a moment. Guards,
This is kind of the all Twi'leks look the same.
And all biker scouts apparently look the same.
Regardless of height.
Right.
Aren't you sure?
see them. I'm a visitor to your world. It occurs to me it might be beneficial to hear what you have to say about our imperial occupation.
I don't think I could be of any help to you.
No, I disagree.
Is that like an accent?
Bring her to your office.
Yes.
Because she has it when she
Wars.
goes home and meets her
In-
mom.
Whenever she gets stressed, it comes
And
out.
like goes away.
Study
Yeah,
this.
it freaked me out for a second.
Where?
Yeah, it's whenever she's stressed, she goes into her own accent.
Okay, so it's based on like,
People that you grew up with.
it's based on like heightened emotion.
May I introduce?
Same thing like if you're from the South and you come out here, you lose your accent, and then you go back to see family, you draw a lot of questions and.
Or if English is your main language, you freak
Yes.
out, you curse, and freak out in a different language.
Yes.
How did you know?
Because rebels have friends always rushing to the rescue.
Well, it would have been cool if
An
they had a whole nother
unexpected
language.
pleasure to meet you, Captain. Here at Cinder.
But we do, in Clone Wars, they do have a different language.
It is a
Do they?
pity.
Yeah, but you couldn't dub the whole series of Rebels.
That's true.
We have those translators, you know.
In a place of honor.
If I knew you'd take it, I would have smashed it when I had the chance.
So this is cool, like Thrawn is really intrigued by that piece of art, that totem. And once again, he wants not like to be a jerk, he doesn't want to like steal it from her because he wants to rub her face in it. He wants to study it, he wants to know more about it.
Piece of Twilight trash.
He does that with Sabine's art a lot.
Yeah.
Like a lot. He admires her and stuff a lot.
My apologies, Captain Slavin. I forgot not everyone is able to appreciate art.
But Rain said,
Oh, they'll fire.
At the very end.
They've earned their victory today.
If, obviously, we're kind of talking over this, if there's any, if you guys really want to watch this, we can make up really quiet.
Admiral Constantine, go to my cargo and lock down the system.
I will deploy it.
I want you to handle it yourself.
I love this thing.
A single light cruiser should be more than sufficient for a man of your talents.
you would send me in one ship.
Unless you're not up to it.
I will leave immediately.
Admiral Constantine, you call for assistance.
Quite to the contrary, Admiral. I was contacting you to report the rebels have been driven from the system.
I assume you mean the rebels and their sympathizers escaped.
He never gets mad.
These demonstrate for me how quickly it can achieve.
No, some people, like, at first they didn't like the new look of Thrawn. They're like, no, I like the old Thrawn better. I was like, it was just like human and blue face before this. There's enough structural facial differences that really makes it just a different race.
Now that I have your attention, know this. Whatever you build here, you will test personally.
You don't think the rebels have infiltrated Section A2 as well, do you? The secrecy of that project
It's imperative. Is this your work?
Yes, sir, I oversaw its construction.
Have the walker step forward.
Watch it! No, it wasn't that one, it was the one next to it!
These rebels are after information likely heading to Section A2. Secure it.
Did they realize they're trapped?
More likely they have found an unexpected ally.
Grand Admiral, there is a small band of rebels attacking the east gate. I've deployed 2 AT-80s. Should I send backup?
Yes, Lieutenant, let's play their game. Mission walkers, disregard the speakers. That ATBP is under rebel control. Destroy it. It was very helpful. But you know, after analyzing the rebels' escape, it's clear to me they had help from one within our Imperial ranks. Lost, you say? The rebels may have protected the location of their base for now, but in doing so, they have narrowed my search. Before today, they could have been hiding in any of the 1,000 systems, but now I know they are almost certainly on one of the 94 planets surveyed by my
Only
infiltrators.
94. That's
The rebels have won this battle, but the war will be ours.
And this is, I remember when we got it wrong. Before this is the physical side. Yeah, to have the
And those are assassin droids, which have been outlawed by them.
In need of his expertise, there's a rebel spying army, codename Fulcrum, and perhaps today we're going to learn their true identity. And just feeding the rebels information. That's the only logical explanation for their success and our failure. I would thank you for your enthusiasm, Lieutenant. However, few are above suspicion. ISP Colonel Zularin will question
I like how they add,
our spy must have been masked correctly, as I was about locating the rebel base in this sector. I've narrowed it down.
Yeah, they don't ever talk about what those creatures are, but they're in the background. It's got statues of them.
Analysis of rebel hyperspace routes, their attacks on Imperial ships and facilities, and rather importantly, proximity to the Thrawn. You're dismissed.
Sir. Override code. Rook.
I like that. Rook is his override code.
That was a good name drop to the guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, there we just saw, they showed it a few times with a piece of Simeon's art is hanging in his office. Yeah, the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Black Series comes with a whole like office, and it's the office that's got the different art totem pieces on it. And you actually get them on eBay, not too expensive now.
Yeah, so I tried to buy this guy out there, he's like $160 on one.
The Empire.
You can get, I don't know when that was, you can get them for like 80 or 90 now.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like 6 months ago or so.
Yeah.
Grand Admiral.
Actually,
Because
two.
Callus Guzlarin, Callus is the rebel spy, Fulcrum. Governor Price, I bring urgent news.
Of course. Right this way.
Admiral Thrawn, I trust the information you have for me was worth the wait.
The rebels of the so-called Phoenix Squadron are about to launch a major military strike against the Empire.
You have my attention. What target were the rebels attacking?
I believe they're about to strike our most important facility in the region. The TIE Defender factory right here on Thrawn. And the light of Thrawn's moon.
It was really interesting how they brought in the TIE Defenders with Thrawn having a big
That is
impact on that. Obviously, it's the same time that we saw those coming.
The Empire kind of had to decide
Your
between
technique is
Stardust
limited by your training in the Imperial Academy. Predictable. By the fleet to these coordinates, we will join you shortly. General Dudana, Commander Sato, Captain Sindula. At last we meet in this theater of war, however briefly. There is no escape and your forces are badly outnumbered. This rebellion ends to these rebels. I've studied them. They will no doubt defy convention and attempt something unexpected. We will be prepared for it, as long as you do exactly as I say. Do not require glory, only results for my Emperor.
Constantine, return to your assigned
We'll
course.
do fine as long as you do exactly what I said. What does he turn around to do?
Sir, what rebel?
I had one rule.
Okay.
Constantine was careless. Let's hope he did not undermine my efforts.
They've had enough. Cease fire. Possible. Capture the rebel officers.
Gotta sell them death trooper.
And now, Captain Sindula, I will accept your full surrender. Or you will watch your friends perish one by one, beginning with the Jedi.
I love that he had no idea about
I
it,
require an answer, Captain.
You already know my answer.
but he did say the rebels would do something unexpected.
But even all of a sudden, like, this cloud just started talking to him, and he's not freaking out. He's like, "You shoot at it." Like, yeah. Why are you scared?
Benju's not gone.